Ulitin ko ba?
Yes.
Nakaka-record lang. Baka... Okay. So, I'll stop
Intro
muna
lang naman
sharing
yung
this.
na ano.
Okay, man. Stop sharing. Okay, so yan, share mo, Argel, yung ano, Excel sheet that
Si
we are
expense
using.
tracker, di ba?
Yeah.
Tama ba? Alright. Okay. So, pakiabangan sa chat box and wag muna mag-chat para ma-download nating lahat at hindi matabunan.
Oo. Download nyo muna and I will share my screen as we download. Ay. So throughout the session, if you have questions, if you want to ask anything related to how where we are, feel free to do so. Yeah, it's a very intimate class or session. So, ang maganda dyan is, mas hindi kayo mahiya siguro magtanong. Masyado ba maliit? Okay, so if you download it, so ito yung hindi ko to nakuha from any website.
Hindi galing
Basically,
sa
gumawa
Google.
na lang ng sarili. Ano yan?
Hindi galing kay Google yan.
Hindi. Okay, so gumawa na lang ako ng sarili. And I've tried using apps rin. I've tried using yung mga yung mga yung mga dina-download to list down your expenses, and doon ako nag-start kasi 'di ba nung nagkaroon ng mga smartphone, parang ang sarap gumamit ng mga apps noon. Sige, download tayo ng apps, and then uy, okay, may app ako for tracking my expenses. And then I realized na oo nga, nalilista ko, pero it's so hard to assess or to see ano yung nangyayari. Plus, it's so tedious kasi for me, kailangan ko pa i-create yung mga categories and all na parang for me, personally, I feel na parang ang daming kailangan gawin, set up for me to be able to do it. And yung Excel, very convenient na, easy to use. And then, ang pinakagusto ko dito sa Excel is that you can see the big picture. Naman, in one open like this, may summary ka na. How much are you spending? Ano yung budget? Ano yung save mo and all. You can create that. Walang complicated dito. Formula, just plus minus lang. And kita ko kagad, just one open, alam ko kagad. So how does it work? So usually, if you are still working or nasa corporate ka, you have a salary and then you budget based on your salary. Kunyari, your salary is 50,000, you budget based on dapat yung total dito sa budget mo is around 50,000. Okay, so, and then dito sa yellow part, you will list down how much yung budget mo. So kunyari, you are paying for a loan, you're paying 10,000, you just put there 10,000. Yun lang yung editable. The others are formula. Okay, and then if you are paying for water, electricity, you can budget mga 1,000 and then mga 500. Yeah, so that's how simple it is. No? And then from here, after mo magawa yung budget mo, if you tayo naman, we're more variable in income. So what we can do is we get our average siguro on the monthly basis, depending on what your income level is din and how variable yung income mo with the company. So pag medyo nag-start ka pa lang, hindi mo pa sure, then you work with a comfortable budget. So yan naman yung mga tips na pwede ibigay. You work with a comfortable budget. Let's say, I think 10,000 would be okay. And then you adjust later on. Kasi okay lang magkamali on the budget. Walang problema kasi we don't know if hindi natin ito ginagawa on a regular basis. Obviously, we don't know what budget works for us. Kasi hindi nga natin natatrack yung expenses. So how can we figure out ano yung enough and ano yung hindi enough? So this is really more of a trial and error at the start. And then siguro mga after 4 or 5 4 or 5 months, you're getting closer to that familiarity na, okay, kuryente is ganito, tubig is ganito. Yung food ko, daily expenses ko for food, more or less ganito. Okay, so medyo may idea ka na. So start kasi parang, okay, I budget 4,000 and then you realize na parang medyo maliit, kulang ng konti. Okay? Kasi tumaas ang food or whatever. And then you adjust a little bit, di ba? The next month. So yun naman yung value of doing it regularly. You can see, and doing it in Excel, you can see where you should adjust and adapt. So siguro, as I was explaining that, okay, now, na-download nyo na ba? Download nyo, open nyo sa Excel nyo, and then maybe you can start listing down the budget. Okay, so kung meron mga things here like you're not using, kunyari ito, meron dito, ultimate. Okay, hindi mo kayo nag-ultimate, di ba dati nag-ultimate ako, so nilagay ko yan dyan. So you can change it to, nakakatawa, meron pa pala dito wife. Hindi ko alam bakit may wife dito. Napaisip ako bigla, saan ako nilagay yan, wife? Okay, so kunyari, hindi nyo kailangan yung ultimate, but more of, you like to play games, ganyan, or kung ano man, ano pa bang mga expenses niya. Car maintenance, yan, meron din dito, transportation, diba? And then for the children, diba? And then, dati nilalagay ko pa dito film life expenses before, pero kasi part-time na ako. Ngayon separate na. Hindi ko na siya sinasama dun sa personal, more on a separate tracker na. Pag part-time ako, I list down ko ano yung expenses dito and itatag ko lang siya as film life. Okay, so you can create the category, simple lang, how you are. And then ang maganda dito sa ginagawa ko is, and it helped me a lot, yung nilalagay ko rin dito how much I'm saving. Kasi part yun ng income mo, di ba? Yung sinisave mo naman or yung income mo is coming from, where's the link daw? Uy, ayun. Ito po, Miss Jean, meron pong expense tracker na.
Siguro mga naka-iPad sila, i-up ko na lang siya dun sa event
Drive,
natin
siguro.
i-up ko siya sa event natin sa Starbright. Pero ilalagay ko na rin dito sa chat box yung download link, no? In-upload ko na rin siya sa cloud.
Ayan. Talaga ni Argel. Okay, buti na lang, very techy si Argel kasi hindi ko rin maisip yun. Alright, so
let me know kung na-access.
Okay, so yun. You can download it there dun sa link na sinend dito sa app.box. Okay, so yun, as I was saying, savings, whatever yung sa savings ko, I also put it here. Kasi minsan, di ba, sabi nga natin, what's the formula ba of sige nga, type nyo nga dyan, what's the formula of a good, ang tawag doon, yung money management technique, di ba? Ano ba yung general formula when it comes to your income, di ba?
Yung pinaka-basic.
Oo, yung pinaka-basic. Alam nyo ba yun? Income equals, income, plus or minus, ganyan, equals ganyan, di ba? Ano yung sa inyo? Are you guys income minus expenses equals savings, or income minus savings equals expenses? Yan na lang, sinabi ko na yung formula. Alin sa inyo dyan? Yung totoo kasi reality check nga to eh. How are you doing it now? Is it income minus savings? Yan, si Sir Richard, income minus savings equals expenses. That's good. Income minus savings equals expenses. Okay, so if your income minus savings, then that's good. So why not put it in an Excel, or why not include it as well dito? Kasi kinakaltas nyo na rin naman eh. So parang ang treatment nyo, yung savings nyo, parang part of your expenses, quote-unquote expenses, diba? So what I do is, let's say I want to save 5,000 a month for ngayon daw, income minus expenses. Equals zero na. Wala nang natira. Oo, like, may nangyayari rin talaga yan. Actually, before ganyan din naman ako, wala rin talaga akong savings. And ano ko rin, when I started as a financial planner or financial advisor, ano rin, medyo struggle din. And then that's the time I actually created some of these templates to help me as well. First is to help myself, and then later on, sinishare ko din sa mga clients ko what I use. So yeah, savings, you can put it here. So kunyari, hindi naman kayo nag-stocks, for example, wala. But you want to save 500 per month. Okay, 500 per month. It doesn't have to be big, diba? Lalo if you are struggling with your finances, it doesn't have to be sobrang laki kasi minsan yan din yung challenge with many. We want big agad eh. Pag hindi sa hundreds or sa thousands, parang wag na lang, sayang. Di ba? Parang gamitin ko na lang to, ano lang naman, 500 lang naman. But again, it starts somewhere. Okay, start somewhere. And ilagay nyo dyan, 500. And then, what I do is transfer it. So, kunyari, let's say naayos na natin yung budget, di ba? Ano yung next na gagawin natin? So, nalagay nyo ba? Na-download nyo na ba? Download na ba? And then, ilagay nyo yung budget. And then, dito sa expenses, okay, so you will put it, balisin natin yung dito. 10, 16, 2021. So today, ano ba yung expenses ko? So every day, ginagawa ko every day, at the end of the day, I sit down and list down all the expenses here. Okay, so what helps for me is, this is where naman minsan ginagamit ko yung app that I use. If gumagamit ako ng app before. Ngayon kasi notebook na lang. Pero before, gumagamit ako ng app. So, habang nasa labas ako, I track it down. Ilalagay ko sa app and then ito transfer ko here. Okay? Kasi syempre, minsan hindi natin matandaan, di ba? Ano ba yung pinaggastusan ko? So, today, nag-commute ako. I spent 50 pesos, di ba? And then, kumain ako. I spent mga 500, ganyan. Minsan ano pa yan, mayroon pa nakalagay dyan, breakfast, ganyan. Then lalagay mo lang notes. Okay. And then bumili akong damit. Okay. Bumili akong damit, lalagay ko siya sa sinwipe ko as credit card. So 800 sa credit card. So pag tinignan niyo yan dito, lalabas na yan dyan. So 500 yung food ko, 800 yung sinwipe ko, and then there's a column for cash and credit. And then nababawas na rin from the budget. So 700 na lang yung pwede kong gamitin. Okay, na budget for the month. Okay, so yan, lalabas yan dyan. So that's that. Just have to make sure na tama yung subcategory na nilalagay nyo. And then if I swipe sa card, okay, let's say nag-swipe ako sa card, what we have, kami ng wife ko, we have a separate bank account wherein doon lang dumadaan yung expenses. Okay, may konting savings, so maintaining lang, ganyan. And then, doon namin pinapadaan lahat ng expenses namin. So, let's say nag-swipe, bumili ako ng damit for 800. What I will do is I will transfer it to that account. Okay, so ngayon, mabilis na lang rin mag-transfer, di ba? So, but for us, we have a BPI. Kung dahil sa BPI lang lahat. So we don't use different cards then as much as possible kasi parang hassle di ba? Mag-transfer pa yung payment and all. Before, we just use one card na supplement siya, and then doon lang namin to transfer service. So lalagay ko kung na-transfer ko na yung payment. This way, I can track kung bayad na yung ginastos ko. Okay? Kasi sa card, it's pretty much like a loan, di ba? We all know that naman. Ang problem nangyayari is that we can't track kung meron ba tayong pambayad. Diba? Or kung nabayaran na natin. Diba? Or pag darating on the day of the swipe, nilalagay ko. Or kahit na hindi on the day. Pero let's say, hindi ko pa na-transfer, makikita ko naman yan. Kung kunyari, wala pa dyan. I can see it. Let's say I have 800, I have 700, I have 300. Yan. Makikita ko, okay, meron akong mga credit expenses that I have not yet transferred. Okay, so gagawin ko, maghanap, pag nakita ko yan, okay, transfer ko na, payment transfer. Maganda rin to is, let's say, in reality, sa totoo naman, minsan, nangyayari yung wala pang pambayad. Diba? Na nag-swipe tayo kasi gusto natin problemahin yan later on. Okay, may pambayad tayo pero wala pa ngayon sa akin. Okay, so that's okay. Ang maganda dito is that if nakita nyo na list nyo pa rin, of course, ililist nyo pa rin yan. Pero makikita nyo, oops, teka lang, lumalaki na yata yung hindi ko pa nata-transfer. Okay, so ibig sabihin, that would be an alert already to you na, oops, baka I have to scale down on whatever I'm swiping for. Okay, na hindi ako dapat swipe ng swipe kasi yung pambayad nito baka masyado ng malaki. Okay, so you will see it here naman. Kasi ito 1,000 hindi ko pa na-transfer. Wala akong 1,000 ngayon. Diba? So saan ko kukunin yan? So maybe I should scale down on my credit card expenses para later on I can save to be able to transfer. Okay, pag meron na ako din, I will write type ko ulit yan, transfer ko na yung payment. And then same thing sa savings. So, kunyari, may savings ka, you can put it here, investment. So, investment and savings. Savings ka. And then, nalagay mo 500. And then usually to better dito kung tina-transfer nyo rin to a different account or iniiwan nyo na lang to where it is or itatabi nyo para at least matabi nyo or withdraw nyo, itabi nyo sa whatever, a jar or whatever. Or i-transfer nyo to a different account rin. Pwede. Okay, so yun, okay. So questions dito. Baka may mga questions kayo na applicable sa inyo na medyo hindi ko na-discuss kasi some of the things here, syempre, were quite applicable to me. Kung how it was applicable. Baka meron kayo specific things na gustong tanungin na mas applicable sa inyo na hindi ko na-discuss. Ang usual na question dyan, yung food, yung grocery, paano. Alam ko na bakit may wife dito. Naalala ko na kung bakit. Kasi when I do a workshop before, okay, kasi 'di ba dati ginagawa ko to dun sa mga ginawa ko to before with Meralco. And then yung mga linemen, syempre sila yung sumusweldo. And then binibigyan nila ng parang allowance yung asawa nila. Pero hindi na nila alam how it goes. Okay, so hindi na nila alam how it goes. Ano yung breakdown? Okay, so basta bigay lang nila allowance, yung wife na nila yung bahala. So pwedeng lalagyan mo dyan, so wife ko, binigay ko kunyari 10,000 or 5,000. Ay, 50. Masyado malaki. 5,000. So yan. Bibigyan nila yan sa wife nila so para matatrack na nila yung yung account nila. Ma-account nila yung yung nabigay nila. Okay, so at the end, magma-match pa rin doon sa income na nakukuha nila. Kasi hindi naman yung nangyari kasi doon, hindi naman totally yung wife yung nag-handle ng finances. The husband pa rin nag-handle ng finances. Siya yung nag-work, pero binibigyan lang niya ng parang allowance yung wife niya. So kaya pala may wife doon. Pag hindi naubos ang budget, you add it up to the next month. Example, clothing, hindi kami namili now. Yeah, pwede. Oo. You can itabi nyo lang kasi yung ginagawa namin, we have a different account for that. So you do sa expenses, kunyari sa credit card, minsan doon na lang namin tinatabi kasi doon sa credit card na yung kinukwento kong daanan ng expenses. Minsan, nilalagay lang namin doon. Doon namin to-transfer lahat. Accounted for naman siya pag na-transfer ko. So doon ko na lang rin kinukuha yung doon ko na lang rin tinatabi yung for clothing or for yung other future expenses, like if meron akong for the insurance example, ganyan, doon ko na lang rin tinatabi lahat. So yeah, eventually mag-a-add up yun. Or tapos yung savings ko on a different account. Meron ako kunyari sa BPI yung save up, di ba? Meron ganung account. Doon ko na lang siya tina-transfer and then automated. Okay, may question dito. May nakapag-download po ba sa inyo? O di raw ma-download ni Kabayan? For credit budget, should we put on the credit limit of the card or we will just put on our own specific budget for the credit card? Yung credit card expenses mo. Kasi ang treatment ko dito is credit card expenses is loan, di ba? So what you put here, dapat sa budget mo, ang basis ng budget mo is your income. Not really your credit limit. Kasi ayaw mo naman ibig sabihin, if na-max mo yung credit limit mo, you have the income to match that. Diba? Kasi babayaran mo rin yan eventually. So where will you get yung pambayad niyan? So yung budget mo here should be equivalent to your income. Okay? The use of credit card naman, ang best dyan really is, if let's say lumabas ako, I really didn't have the cash for it, saka ko gagamitin yung credit card ko. Or meron naman akong pambayad. I know na meron akong pambayad. May budget ako, naka-budget yan, cash. And then, isuswipe ko yung card ko. So, ibig sabihin, kukunin ko pa rin siya from the budget. Pero, ang transferring of payment would be later on pag uwi ko na. Parang ganon. I'm not sure if I'm answering your question, Diana. Pero, if you are talking about the budget, yung credit limit kasi is just a gauge na ito yung maximum pwedeng gamitin with the card. Pero technically, the money there, the limit there is not ours. Diba? It's not ours eh. Hinihiram natin yun sa bank. Ang basis lang talaga natin sa budget is whatever income that we are getting. Okay, so now, if you have credit card expenses naman that hindi mo binabayaran, let's say hindi mo binabayaran yung card mo full. Okay, kasi pwedeng nangyari na yun eh. Let's face it, pwede mangyari na meron na akong credit card debt and hindi ko siya kaya bayaran. Kasi before pa, ngayon lang, kakarating ko lang dito sa workshop na to. Ito yung first time ko lang nakita na to. So make sure you allocate an amount that's bigger than the minimum. Okay, that's how we start fixing it. Let's say ang minimum mo is 500. If you can allocate more than that, nearly 1,000, the better. So every time, ang babayaran mo sa credit card mo is 1,000. Okay? And then every month, kasi possible na kaya ka nga nagkautang or kaya ka masyadong maraming expenses sa credit card kasi hindi enough yung income mo. Pero syempre, at the end of the day, ang gusto mong goal is mabayaran pa rin siya. So what you can do is, sige, allocate tayo. Start small. Allocate tayo 1,000 per month just to build that habit. Okay? Don't use the card na as much as possible kasi, or if you use the card man, make sure you do this process na ginamit ko yung card, I will transfer a payment already. Okay? Para whatever you use it for, from today moving forward, bayad na. Hindi ko na iisipin. Yung 1,000 ko here, yung 1,000 na nilagay ko here, would only be applicable for dun sa mga hindi ko pa nabayaran before. Okay? Kasi minimum nun, 500. And then, syempre, yung 1,000 mo dito, you add up to all the expenses here na transfer mo, which is 2,300. So, pag dumating yung bill mo, ang babayaran mo is 3,300 and not just 2,300. So that way, unti-unti mababawas yung card mo. Once you get the habit of it, you get the habit of budgeting, dun mo makikita na, oops, teka, pwede ko na palalakihan yung sa credit card payment ko. So gagawin ko 1,500. Diba? Or, sige, hindi mo na mag-allocate this month for clothing kasi 1,500 inallocate ko this month. Last month nga, hindi ko nagamit yung 1,500. maybe I would want to zero this in muna and then gawin ko na lang tong 3,000 para mabawasan yung credit card mo, yung credit card debt mo. Diba? So, yun yung pwede mong gawin to in case na yun naman yung concern, the credit card debt. These are just tips. At the end of the day, everyone will find something that will work for themselves. Diba? So I'm sharing what works for me. Maybe some of you guys can share as well. Ikaw ba, Argel, meron ka bang tips dyan that you feel that can help or something that you do?
Sa akin, hybrid ako eh. Meron akong Excel, meron akong app.
May app ka? Excel and app. Okay, so Excel and app pwede rin. Nasync.
So, ang nangyayari sa akin sa Excel, doon pumapasok yung income. Tapos, pag enter ko doon, madi-divide na siya into buckets. Like, hindi ako nakahimay na ganyan. Basta alam ko lang na itong bucket ng expenses, for example, 40% ng income ko doon mapupunta. So, pag input ko, naka-divide na, no? Ilan yung mapupunta sa expenses, ilan yung mapupunta sa, kunyari, travel fund, or for example, education fund, no? Money jars, kumbaga yung money jars or money envelopes yung Excel. Tapos sa app ko, marami akong wallets na nagko-correspond to the jars or the envelopes. Tapos pag related dun sa jar na yun yung expense, sa app ko ini-input. Ganun. So yung rollover dun na sa app nangyayari, nakikita ko gano'n nakalaki yung travel fund. No? Kunyari magbubook ako ng hotel. Pag nabook ko na, babawas ko dun sa travel fund na yun. So okay, meron pa akong gantong amount for, let's say, flight, for example. So nakikita ko. So ganun yung ginagawa ko, hybrid. Merong top level sa
Anong
Excel,
app yan?
tapos,
Ginagamit mo just in case merong mga gusto to share. Merong mga gusto to try it out.
Yung app ko, pangit lang yung pangalan ng app, no? Hindi siya exciting pakinggan. Kasi yung pangalan ng app ay Money Lover.
Exciting naman cheesy, medyo cheesy. Okay, so baka you can try that, di ba? Money Lover. Kasi ako try different apps na, pero still, what works best for you is the Excel. So I guess dun sa kung Red kanina, kung Excel works for you, why would you still find another app, di ba? Or an app kung hindi naman siya time consuming, sanay na, easier, faster, diba? So whatever works for you guys. All right, so we'll give you some time to maybe plot down your budget, and maybe since October 16 pa naman, baka you have may list kayo of your expenses, siguro mga
sakto, sumahod kahapon.
Yung ibang mga di ba? Eksakto 'yun, pwede yung starting point 'yun, yung salary, di ba? Yung salary na pumasok kahapon, you allocate na dun sa budget for those na part-time, di ba? For those naman na variable income, let's say full-time advisors, then maybe you could look into the past few months of income, di ba? And average it out muna. And then later on. And then ang maganda din kasi doon, ang challenge kasi for variable income is wala ka talagang fixed income na ine-expect. So hindi mo alam how much yung papasok. So it might take longer for you to get used to yung process of finding out ano ba talaga yung budget ko, how much talaga yung ini-spend ko. So it would take more time, diba? As you go through the process na parang this month medyo sablay, next month maybe I could look into yung mga incoming, yung pagpasok na business, or you give yourself a fixed amount lang, let's say 10,000, 20,000. Ito lang yung budget ko. Sure ako, I can get 20,000. Whatever is excess, iwan ko muna doon. Or ko na lang muna yun. Buffer ko na lang muna. Ganyan. So you can do that. And then later on, as you go along, mas ma-figure out mo na, okay, 30 pala po, better, okay, 30 or 40. So pwede ganun. It's not one time okay na kaagad or fixed. And then if you have questions, type it. So I'll give you time, 5 to 10 minutes siguro, to do that, the budget and the expenses if meron na, or fix the expense types and then write down the budget. Kahit yun lang, at least budget and then later on after the session, you can start entering your expenses na for the month of October. If meron ng list. Or if wala naman list, kasi mangyayari yan, ay October 16 na.
Alanganin na.
Oo, alanganin na. Simulan ko na lang to ng November, di ba? So, parang sayang naman, di ba? Pagdating ng November, ay, nakalimutan ko. November 15 na. Alanganin na naman. So might as well, nung sinuman ko to, hindi rin naman eksakto eh. October 16, how much do you have now? Cash. How much do you have now? Cash. And then, work from there. Okay. So pag sumweldo ka kahapon, how much is that? If hindi ka naman sumweldo kahapon, how much cash do you have now that you want to spend or to use? Diba? You can start there. Para meron kang October 16 to 31. Diba? And then you start fresh ng November 1. Depende rin kasi some quincenas, diba? So parang yung iba 15, 30, ganyan. So 15 to 30 meron sila, and then 30 to and then yung next nila is pwede ng November 1 to kung ano yung makuha nila nung 30, yun na yung kasama nila. October 30, yun na yung start. October 30 and November 15, yun yung total budget. So yun, 5 to 10 minutes. Nagpupula automatic pag over yes. Mabisang naman eh. I mean, conditional formatting. Pero hindi ko sure kasi kung lahat updated kasi medyo matagal na tong form na to eh. Meron na akong mas simplified version ng konti. Pero ito pa rin yun. Ito pa rin yung ganyan pa rin. Ano lang siya. Mas iba lang yung categories dito. Pero the concept is the same. Tapos tinanggal ko na yung daily average spend kasi hindi ko naman siya hindi siya useful for me ganyan nung time na yun. So hindi ko na siya nagagamit. So yun, tinanggal ko na siya. Okay, 5 to 10 minutes. Ay, 10 minutes na lang. Sige. And then if may questions, feel free to type it. Sagutin natin after 10 minutes. Share.
Yan, 28
okay,
pala
so
tayo.
ano ba yung yan. So itong tip, itong mga tips na actually na-mention ko na rin naman, but I'll just reiterate, no, yung budget for your future needs, clothing, health, car maintenance, travel, di ba? Hindi nyo naman, pwede nyo namang separate on a separate list. Pero ang ginagawa namin ngayon is that we're just saving a little more than what we used to para to prepare for these things. Diba? Like clothing, health. Kasi hindi naman to talaga, minsan clothing nga, pag lalaki, once a year lang eh. Diba? Usually ganun lang yung budget eh. Parang once a year lang bibili. Or like right now, sa bahay lang naman tayo, hindi na masyado. But at the same, still, we keep the same amount of savings para lang at least later on hindi mas mahirap. And then same thing for your health, for me. Dito naman papasok rin, ang maganda rin dito if you use this, let's say yung products natin of insurance. Kasi, di ba, saving for your health helps. Pero let's say like ako, kaya favorite ko yung mga health products natin na VUL kasi parang may coverage ko and then may may savings na ako on the side. So that's what I use to make sure I'm saving for my health din, especially in the future, di ba, kung may mangyari na. So then naman papasok yung products natin that can be tools as well for saving. Pero if you're more comfortable na, okay, yung save muna ako a little bit for yung immediate needs, di ba? Pag na-hospital ako, nagpa-check up, you can do that as well. Car maintenance, another thing na minsan na-overlook. Diba? Like na kailangan bumili ng bagong gulong, medyo mahal ang gulong, diba? So usually mga 3, 4, 5,000. So you can set aside as well. Or pag nasira, medyo malaking damage yan, medyo malaking damage financially. So these things you can prepare for. And makikita nyo rin dyan. And pwede nyo rin yan gawin dyan sa Excel sheet. Tapos, list down your expenses. Yun. Yung tanong ni how to consistently do it. Actually, for me, what helped is that seeing the overall picture. One, that helped me. Kasi sa app, before hindi ko nakikita yung big picture. Parang nakikita ko lang portions, tapos parang ang hirap. So make it easy for yourself so that you can do it consistently. So for me, nakatulong yung nakikita ko yung big picture. Second, yung pag-add ko yung third part here, yung add savings as an expense, dun sa expense list ko, meron akong part na savings. That helped me kasi pagdating ng salary ko before, unang isipin ko yung savings. Okay, papasok na agad kasi nandun na siya nandun na siya sa list so hindi ko na siya makakalimutan. So mangyayari, ita-transfer ko na agad yung savings ko. Once na transfer ko, syempre excited na kasi makikita ko that savings grown and then within me, I feel parang mas confident in the sense na may nasa-save na ako ngayon. So mas naging excited ako for the following months kasi lalaki at lalaki yung savings ko. So that helped me in getting to the point na parang nakakatamad naman to mas exciting siya gawin. And then, isang thing rin that helped me. Before, ine-exercise ko rin yung memorization skills ko. So mag-spend ako, hindi ko lilista and then at the end of the day, tatandaan ko lahat. Ngayon, pag sobrang puno na yung memory bank ko, ibig sabihin nun, kailangan ko na ilista lahat. So doon na papasok yung din yung nakatulong for me. Hindi ko na maalala to lahat. I have to. That means trigger na yun or alarm na yun that I have to start listing them down already. Kasi minsan lumipas na yung 3 araw, hindi ko pa nalista. Pero naalala ko sila. Diba? As I recall my day. And then after 3 days, ako lang siya lilista. So that helped me make it more consistent. So maybe that can help you too. Pero at the end of the day, you will find your own yung what works for you. Yun na lang talaga yung pinaka-important. Find what works for you. Okay.
Galing mo na. Doubles as memory, enhancer.
Oo. Okay, dito na tayo. May questions pa ba kayo? Kung wala kayong questions, we'll move on to the icebreaker. A little icebreaker, Argel.
All right, great. So are you learning so far from our session? Yan, can you type in yung mga realizations dyan sa ating chat box? Or what will you do moving forward? Meron ba kayong idea that you will implement in the next 72 hours? Diba kasi yun gusto natin, kaya pinapagawa na natin agad, binigyan tayo ng time ni Jeremy to do it, no? To start something. Kasi alam namin, pag pina-assignment pa namin yan, walang mangyayari for most people, no? Hindi ko naman nilalahat. Pero baka naman most people walang mangyari kasi alam mo naman Saturday, di ba? Baka mamaya laid back na yung natin, yung the rest of the weekend mawala na, no? Okay. So sige, habang alam ko marami kayong natutunan at tinatype nyo pa dahil mahaba, we will be learning our money personality. Okay? So yung money personality natin, kasi baka mamaya mag-reflect din naman, no? Bakit nga ba sa budgeting ko, ito yung malaking part, for example, di ba? Kasi kaya siya personal finance kasi it's very personal. So baka naman dahil sa money personality ko, kaya ganito yung itsura ng aking budgeting or aking expenses. So would you like to know more about your money personality? Is that something interesting for you? If yes, kindly type yes. Or letter Y para maikli lang. Yan, okay. So this is an interesting quiz, no? Para at least magawa natin. So we will give you time to answer this quiz. So pupunta tayo sa isang free website. No, you can access this. Actually, ano rin no, if you want to run this with your clients, pwede din, no? Para sabay kayong matuto sa money personality niya, no? Para mas deeper, mas magbigay ka ng value sa kanya. Okay? Yan. So, pupunta tayo sa website na empower.me/quiz. Yan. So, ita-type ko na rin yan sa ating chat box para mabilis. So, wag na muna mag-type. Yan, para hindi siya matabunan. So, meron siyang 15 questions. No? If I'm not mistaken, we have 15 questions. So, I will give you time to answer para naman manamnam nyo yung mga questions. And then, later on, no, i-screenshot nyo para may copy kayo. May results, no? Meron siyang summary page sa dulo after you answer the quiz. And then, we will talk about, no, ano yung mga na-realize nyo with your money personality. Okay? So, go ahead. Take the quiz. And yeah, madali lang naman yan. It's all about you and your money choices. Diba? Kaya, very exciting. Very, interesting quiz. Dati, we used to do this. May cards, no? Tawag sa cards na yan, money habitudes. We have this set of cards na parang ganyan din. Quiz din siya. No, meron kang set of cards, sasabihin mo, this is me, this is not me, or this is sometimes me. So, isosort mo yon. And then, by the time tapos nang masort lahat ng cards, we will rank, no, based on yung mga napili mong choices. I-rank natin. Tapos makikita namin kung ano yung personality or yung habitudes nung kausap namin. So, ano yon? Now, order siya online if you want. Pero for this purpose, no, dito muna tayo kay Empower para magawa na natin agad. So, medyo aligned naman si habitudes and si money personality. Okay? So, sasabayan ko lang ng konting music. Stop ko lang ulit para masabay ko yung music. Yan, mag-share sound din ako. So, siguro mga 10:25, done na tayo. May 4 minutes pa, mabilis lang yan.
To the second part, yung measuring your net worth. Dito na pinag-usapan kanina yung talking about your assets and their liabilities. Dito usually yung may hesitation. Hindi ko naman tatanungin sa inyo yung mga assets nyo pero when I run sessions like this before, kasi naggawa ako before sa Meralco about retirement planning and all. Very sila discreet that they don't want people to know, kaya they don't try to answer it. Lalo na nung time na yun kasi it's face to face ganyan. Now this is online, yung ilista nyo dyan, it's just for you, no? So, ano ba yung importance of asset and liability management? Want to see which assets can be your source of income? Baka may mga nakatenga pala dyang assets that are not growing, di ba? Like properties, or maybe yung cash mo might be, baka yung iba you could invest somewhere or you could use it to invest somewhere. that can help your money grow further. Yung tinuturo natin to make your money work for you. Baka merong ganun. So if you don't have a list or you don't keep track of it, maybe nakakalimutan nyo na, di ba? Na meron palang ganun. So, and also, when it comes to the other side naman, the liabilities, ano yung mga liabilities that you can pay off? Di ba? Kanina, yung sa expense tracker natin, we track how I'm paying off yung ano na, yung action item na of paying off the liabilities. Now it's more of yung listing down, organizing it to see which liabilities I might need to pay off first, and then ano yung mga susunod. So yan. And maganda rin to as a gauge, di ba? Actually, maganda to from dun sa mga nakakausap ko before and pag nagagawa ko ng training. Yung mga excited gumawa nito, usually yung mga maraming assets. Okay? Yung mga medyo hindi hesitant sila gawin to is usually yung mga maraming liabilities. Kasi nga naman, di ba, minsan nangyayari, ay, alam ko naman marami akong utang eh. Huwag na natin pag-usapan yan, di ba? Babayaran ko rin naman yan. But so it's a topic na parang ayaw natin masyadong matackle. Okay, so, but, like we said, it's a reality check. Let's see how we'll go from here, di ba, in terms of managing our finances. Okay, so ito naman ang ginagamit ko for asset management. So, share ko lang kung ano yung SAL-N. We call it a SAL-N. This one is mas basic pa than the expense tracker. Okay. So, in case you don't know, diba? In case na hindi kayo familiar, yung, di ba minsan may nalalabas na richest people or richest millionaires, top millionaires or billionaires in the country, diba? Ang basis talaga nun is the SAL-N. Okay? Yung Statement of Assets, Liabilities, and Net Worth. So, ibig sabihin, yung nakalagay doon na, kunyari, si Manny Villar, this worth $5 billion, for example. Ibig sabihin, yung total assets niya, yung net worth niya is 5 billion. Dito nila nakuha yun. Yung assets niya minus yung liabilities niya is more or less equal to $5 billion. So, ganito yung basis nila of your net worth. And maganda rin to grow this, yung net worth natin, to feel more, feel good, diba, about ourselves as well. So medyo may impact din how we do these things. You don't need to update this every month or every quarter. Kahit nga every year lang, once a year, diba, you look into this. Ako, meron din akong ganito every year or once every naalala ko. Tapos parang, ay, oo nga pala, hindi ko pa na-update. Tignan ko. Lalo na if kasi kunyari ako marami akong VUL products, for example. Syempre yung mga account values nun hindi ko naman tanda lahat, di ba? Or how they are going. So ginagawa ko, I list them down na SAL-N. Okay, itong policy may account value ganito, itong policy may account value na ganito. That helps me keep track. So pag hinanap ni Mrs. lahat ng assets ko, ito, mga assets ko na naipon, di ba? So meron, nandun siya. So, short-term assets, cash, time deposits, money market account, foreign currencies na hawak nyo lang or tago nyo lang, receivables na ina-expect nyo. Na let's say may utang sa inyo and then ina-expect nyo na mababayaran kayo. Technically, asset nyo. Pero pag hindi nyo na ina-expect na mababayaran, you can take it off this list na. Long-term assets, mga bonds, government securities, time deposits na mga 10 years, ganyan. Kung meron man, put it here. Stocks, if you're holding it for a longer period of time, if you're really not trading it, iniwan nyo lang dyan. Bonds, mutual funds, and of course, the UITFs is meron. If marami kayong mutual funds, you can break it down. So, kunyari, I'll break it down to mutual funds, family, or mutual funds, field equity. Para makita nyo kung ano yung account values of each. So stocks naman, pwede kung sobrang dami, pwedeng totals na lang, diba? Kung gusto niyo naman i-keep track isa-isa, that's fine. Wala namang problem doon. You can do that. Wala namang limit or rules na bawal to bawal. Cash value of the insurance, yan. Pwede niyo rin ilagay dyan. And then yung VULs nyo, yung account values nila, lagay niyo rin dyan. Pre-deed policies, baka meron kayo. Usually yung cash amount that you can get lang if let's say you surrender the policy and pwede nyo ilagay dyan. The personal assets, home, or mga furnitures, if you want to really dwell down on the details, diba? Cars, artwork, collectibles, jewelries. Pwede nyo ilagay dyan. Yung worth, how much they are worth now. If you sell your property right now, how much would it be worth? Yun yung amount that you can put here. Diba? So it can change, it can vary as well. Questions sa assets? Meron ba kayong questions? Yeah, dito nyo lalagay siya sa current value. Current value. Or you can use the institution that kunwari PAM. Pwede. Or pwede diretso na rin. Okay. Important thing is malista. So hopefully na-download nyo na and maybe start listing down your assets. Pag wala masyadong malistang, that's fine. I mean, ganun talaga. We start somewhere and eventually that's our basis for where to see where saan natin gusto pumunta. But like, if nakita nyo yung assets nyo is 50,000, for example, that's okay. 50,000 is still better than zero. Now, ang tanong is where do you want this to go? This can be a constant reminder for you na, okay, ang goal ko is to increase this to this much. Diba? And then we move on to liabilities. Okay, so liabilities are the debts. So credit card balance, kung madami yan, you can list down all your credit cards, hiwa-hiwalay. Personal loans, personal loans, and then yung mga long-term liabilities, auto loans, housing loans, insurance policies, or if meron ka loans with the insurance policies, you can put it here. Apparently, pag alam ko, I learned from the other 2-3 weeks or last month yata yan sa presentation na premium payments pala is under liability. So pwede nyo rin lagay dyan, how much premium do I still owe the company, the insurance, para ma-pay off ko na yun. Ako kasi more of sa ano na lang sa expenses ko na lang nilalagay. Hindi ko na siya nilagay as a payable. But yeah, you can include it here sa payables mo. Okay? Question so far? Okay, I'll give you siguro mga 5 minutes to list down all these things para makita nyo kung where you are. Ikaw ba, Argel, nag-list ka ng mga dito?
Meron akong hindi ko pa na-update ulit, no?
Okay,
so,
share. Joke lang.
I-share ko habang ina-update.
Share screen, no?
Oo. So, maganda tong maganda. Kasi ang pinaka-goal talaga natin, yearly, no? Kung yearly ka man nag-check up, nag-i-increase yung net worth natin. Year on year or maybe every 6 months, di ba? Para alam natin kung are we doing well in terms of the net worth. Hindi naman to yung defining ng ating buong buhay, pero yung isang aspect lang naman, which is yung financial health natin. So, kung meron talagang rapport maybe na na-build sa client, pwede rin natin silang i-guide using this form para at least may ibang value din.
Ito yung ginagamit ni Gerald. Diba nung yung presentation.
Oo, yung first batch. Oo. So may expenses and may sal-in. So,
Ito yung ginagamit niya
pwede.
to make the client realize na ay kulang yung assets ko and I want to build on that asset.
Yun.
Okay. So have you listed down all these things? Yung mga assets nyo. So, sige, let's move on. Kung may questions kayo, just throw it there. Siguro later I'll add bonus on how to manage loans din. And some tools that we can use to help your clients as well. At the same time kayo rin, just in case na ma-experience nyo. But, wait lang, share. Okay. So, ano ba yung tips that we can do? No? Focus on assets that can increase your net worth. Okay, so minsan kasi may mga assets like cars, di ba? Like, madalas naman natin sinasabi yan, di ba? Cars are depreciating and also baka masyadong mataas yung focus mo doon. Not that it's bad. Kahapon nga doon sa training ni Melvin, di ba? Wala namang problema to spend on things that you like. Ang tanong is, can you really afford it? And same thing with the assets that you buy. Kasi kunyari cars, you treat them as an asset. You want to collect cars or buy cars then, or jewelry for the ladies, di ba? So wala namang problem, but does that mag-increase yung assets yun doon? Pero baka naman yung liabilities nyo also increases by significantly, di ba? So maybe you can start focusing on assets that can increase your net worth. And secondly, do sa third, prioritize, di pala to. And maybe yung assets na yun can help you grow. So focus on assets that can increase your net worth at the same time, assets that can help you multiply them more. Diba? So like investments, or maybe that can give you additional income, like properties that you want to have it rented out. Diba? So yun doon mo makikita na which assets can I use to make more money. Diba? Yun yung idea naman doon. When it comes to debts naman, fixed cash flow to lessen need for debt. So this can help you see how much na ba yung debt or utang ko. And then this may alert you to, teka, let's fix the cash flow already. So they go hand in hand, diba? Tulungan sila. So both forms are very important, diba? To build that foundation, stronger foundation. And then you prioritize which debt to pay off first. So dito mo makikita anong debt ang babayaran ko muna, anong utang ang babayaran ko muna. Is it yung maliit, diba? Maliit muna, or yung malaki muna na utang, assuming na marami ka. Dito mo makikita and ma-assess. So siguro for me, madalas na tanong yan, ano ba yung dapat kong bayaran muna, yung maliit na utang or yung malaki? Okay, so ang nangyayari, every debt, kunyari marami kang debt, pag sobrang dami na parang feeling mo mahirap, as much as possible, you try to pay kahit yung interest man lang on the other debts. And then, you start with the smaller ones. And then at least you can feel that there's improvement, there's achievement na, uy, natapos ko na to. And then the next smaller one, natapos ko na rin to. The next smaller. Pero yung mga bigger ones, you pay off the interest lang kahit pa paano. Now, pwede rin naman that you go the other way around, mas patient ka, and as long as you have a system, start with the bigger ones kasi yung smaller ones with lesser interest, di ba? Obviously. Pero syempre, that would take a longer time. And that might give you, baka dumating ka sa point na parang hindi naman natatapos di ba? Ma-frustrate ka. So, kasi parang wala natatapos Ito pa rin yung utang ko, same pa rin sila, yan pa rin at yan. But then again, eventually babayaran mo na rin naman. So, it depends on how you want to, ano yung psychological factor that can help you make sure na matapos mo yung mga yan. So, there's really no right or wrong answer for me. Pero ideally, the one with the biggest interest, you pay that off first. Kung ano yung pinakamalaking percent interest, yun yung bayaran mo na. Whether small. So, pwede rin ganun. But there's just this sense of achievement na Natapos ko na yung maliit. So, I'll move on to the next. Goal, check. Check na yun. Then, move on to the next, check. Diba? Move on to the next, check. At least natatapos, nababawasan. If you look at your SALIN, uy, ito na lang. Diba? Mas exciting. So, pwede rin din. And yun, questions, guys. May questions ba kayo?
Mukhang busy sila maglista ng ano nila, net worth.
May isa pang tool that I use, especially if meron kayong clients that have yung home loans, diba? Meron ba kayong mga clients that have home loans, ganyan, they're paying for home loans. So I use this tool a lot. And
Kai, may question ka ba? Ayan.
I use this tool a lot and madalas they get nagugulat sila. Inaanap ko. Madalas nagugulat sila about the interest. Mahanap niyo naman to anywhere. Itong sheet na to, mahanap niyo anywhere. Online. So, this is the home loan calculator. So, if your client has home loan and you're talking about financial planning, ganyan, maybe, minsan ginagawa ko, gusto mo computin natin. Alam mo ba that you'll be able to save more if I usually do this for clients na may policies na with me, ganyan. I added service na lang. But, gusto mo malaman how much you will be able to save on interest if you pay this much early on, diba? So, kunyari, you have a loan that's 2 million, and then it's at 8% interest, and then 15 years to pay. The total interest, total interest that you will pay is 1.4 million. Ibig sabihin, yung 2 million property mo, ang worth na niyan is 3.4 million on the get-go if tinapos mo yung full term mo na 15 years. Diba? Magugulat kayo if sa pag-ibig, di ba? Mas grabe pa yan. Kasi yung pag-ibig is usually one of the things na minsan may mga client kayo magtatanong, ay, better ba pag-ibig or sa bank? Yan. Siyempre, pag-ibig, 25 years, ganyan, 20 years, so mukhang okay kasi maliit yung amortization mo. But, ang laki ng interest na kasi kunyari 25 years yan. Diba? Yung 2 million mo, 2.6 million na, mas malaki pa yung binayad mo sa interest kaysa dun sa value ng property. Diba? So, yan naman yung challenge na. Pero maliit yung monthly payments mo. Diba? Monthly payment is 15,000 lang compared sa kanila na 19,000. So, ang maganda dito, it would help your client. Kunyari, let's say, your client would want to make additional payment of 200,000 for this year, every year, di ba? So, so 200,000, wait lang po, 2 million. Okay, 200,000, lumiliit ngayon yung interest mo from 3.4 naging 3 million na lang. So, ang laking impact nun. Di ba? Isipin mo, if they see the numbers like this, they will feel na, ang laki ng impact nun. So, if you help them out and they do this, di ba? Yung 10 years nila na loan, mabayaran nila in 5 years. Yung 5 years na yun, after 5 years, client mo sila, they have extra cash na kasi yung 19,000 na yan, saan naman nila ilalagay yan next? Di ba? Di ba? So, these types of things, pwede rin siya makatulong. And you can use it for yourself kasi ito rin ginamit ko when we took a home loan ng wife ko for the condo. So it was helpful. And then nag-lump sum kami and we saw na ang laki nga ng interest that we will be able to save. So makakatulong yun. And na-realize namin we have to do it regularly. So what we did, every year nagbayad kami. Okay? So yan, another tool that you could use and another tool that I also show sa mga clients ko and even sa mga workshops that I do. Minsan doon sila natutuwa kasi parang Hindi man natutuwa. Doon nila na-realize na grabe pala yung interest that we incur when we take out a home loan. So, makakatulong yun for you guys. Questions. Okay,
Grabe
so
yun sa
let's
pag-ibig,
move
no?
on. Oo, 25 years yun usually.
25, minsan 30 pa.
Oo.
Mas
Ayun na.
mahal pa sa ni loan, yung interest.
Oo. So, grabe talaga. Okay. So, of course, bakit ba natin pinag-usapan to and the purpose of us, why do we want to do this for our advisors? Kasi, like I said kanina, there's a psychological impact of being able to save, di ba? It's not just about the money or the tangible things that we can afford, di ba? Kasi marami pang benefits of saving. So what can saving buy for you, di ba? So one time, the more you save would mean the more time you would have to your family later on. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, yung agency assembly, medyo nabanggit to ni DJ, di ba, na I'm working hard, saving money, because gusto ko mag-travel later on, di ba? And I would have more time for that. So that's what saving can buy more time. Second, convenience, di ba? Pinaka-classic example nito sa bangko. Sino dito yung inis na inis ng pumila sa bangko? Kung pumunta ka sa BDO, BPI, usually yun yung two banks na pinaka-grabe yung pila eh. Diba? Tapos nasabayan ka pa ng, kasi di ba may mga days na konti lang yung tao sa bank, may mga days na madaming tao. Nasabayan ka pa na sobrang daming nagbabayad ng bills or daming tao. Di ba nakakainis? So parang pagdating mo, number mo 50 plus, tapos yung sineserve pa lang is 15 pa lang, so you are 35, di ba? So ang dami ng transactions pa bago ikaw. If you have more savings and nagkataon yun yung bank mo where you put in your savings, di ba? Merong mga priority lanes yan, yung for the VIP depositors, di ba? You can just go to the VIP lane or the lane for the preferred banking clients, and then you can be ahead, di ba? You can be first, di ba? So that's convenience for you, di ba? Parang kahit sa SM let's not talk about the banks, di ba? Sa SM, di ba, may prestige lane, they will priority you. Ibig sabihin kasi you were able to spend more, and for you to be able to spend more, that means you might have been able to save more as well, di ba? So parang there's some things that you can get by saving and by having more money and more assets, di ba? So yan, convenience, and then comfort. Comfort, when I travel before, nung bata-bata pa ako, okay na sa akin na na hostels lang, pag pumunta ako ng Hong Kong or whatever, sa hostels lang, yung sobrang liit lang, yung pag naligo ka, pag gumanon ka, abot mo na yung dalawang side ng walls. As in, kasyang-kasya ka doon. Pag gumanon ka, pader na to, pader na rin to. So, pero later on, of course, habang tumatanda and nakakapag-save and having the family, of course, we want more comfortable place to stay, di ba? So, that helps. Being able to save would be able to buy us those things, the comforts in life. And yung pinaka-important thing is the confidence. And as an advisor, ito siguro yung pinag-uusapan ko kanina pa when we started, that being able to manage your finances well and knowing that you have been managing it well, not necessarily perfect, diba? Kasi parang to get it to perfect, ang layo pa ng madadaanan natin, diba? Especially if we started off not yet in the wrong foot, diba? We started off on the wrong foot. We started off with the wrong foot. So syempre, habang tumatagal, inaayos pa lang rin natin. Pero knowing that you have this system in place and being able to share it with your clients would also help building your confidence. Not just confidence to your clients, pero yung self-confidence na sa totoo, I have savings, ganyan. Hindi ako magiging insecure when we talk about money, diba? Kasi parang ako naman, I have savings, I'm comfortable with it, I'm happy naman. So, okay ako. Unlike, di ba, pansinin nyo, try nyo lang pansinin, that especially if you have savings now, the difference between nung time na walang savings versus yung merong savings. And if you haven't maybe experienced it kasi medyo challenging times, try moving to that direction and see the confidence that you will build. Kasi ang laki ng difference. Ako, before, wala talaga akong savings. Even when I got married, yung mga savings ko na, nagastos ko na and all. So, and when I was not earning much, di ba? Parang yung confidence ko bumaba eh. Parang hindi ako confident to face the client, hindi ako confident about myself, hindi ako confident overall. But as I slowly fix my finances, I build more confidence, and that helps me with my clients, with myself, with the people around me in building better relationships din. Diba? So yun, those are some of the things that saving can help you. And as advisors, I think it starts with us. It starts with us na we fix our finances, face the challenge head on, and then trickle it down to our clients and see what we've learned. Diba? Kasi that's how it is naman usually. And if it's applicable, hindi naman lahat, di ba? Kasi syempre pag meron kang mga clients na, if meron kang VIP clients, malaking factor din yung confidence mo eh, di ba? One of the things kung bakit hindi ka confident humarap, it's not because we don't have as much wealth as that person. Maybe because yung wealth natin or yung finances natin are not in place. Di ba? Kasi alam naman natin, some of the VIP clients, mas marami talaga silang money, mas marami talaga silang wealth. That's a given. But us being more confident in facing that, na parang, oh, I know na marami naman siyang pera, pero I'm not naman yung tipong sobrang hirap. Meron akong saving. I'm not at your point, pero kahit paano, I'm getting to that point as well. So that builds our confidence and helps with our VIP clients as well. But again, like I said, more importantly, it's for ourselves, for our family, if you have wife and kids. Yun yung matuturo rin natin sa kanila. Alright, questions guys. We are, time ba tayo? Yes, we are right on time. Questions guys? Do you have questions? Siguro, maybe you can share what are some of the things, the biggest takeaway nyo from the session. Maybe you can type it dyan sa chat box as we read them, di ba?
Yes, para matuto tayo from each other. Questions,
what's your biggest takeaway,
realizations.
learning? And maybe if you have questions, realizations.
Maybe from the money personality pa din, maybe from expenses pa din, no? Pwede yung mga previous na napag-usapan natin. Na-realize nyo ba na positive kayo on net worth, di ba? Or meron na ba kayong confidence to approach yung ating mga clients to help them with building their SALN, di ba? Or help them with their expenses, cash flow management. Yan. So, biggest realization ni Winchell is yung money personality niya. Ano ulit yung sa'yo, Winch? Pwede mong ipatest yan. Ayan, stockpiler. Pwede mo rin ipatest kay Mon. Para ma-realize nyo kung match ba yung money personality nyo. No? Kung meron kayong partner or yan, sa spouses nyo, di ba? Sa spouse. Pwede nyo ipatest. Di ba? Pasagot nga nito. Pasimplify na. Pasagot nga nito, anong lalabas sa'yo? Para makapag-share kayo, di ba? Yan. So, si Metis, biggest takeaway yung tracking ng expenses niya. Starting today. Very good. Hindi na nagpatumpik-tumpik. Si Miss Eva naman, ang kanyang format for the SALN. Thank you daw. At yung budget spreadsheet. Yan, hopefully nakatulong or naka-enhance sa inyong existing. Kay Arlene naman, budget for future expenses. I have unexpected expense item sa expense tracker niya. Pero hindi daw masakto yung budget that I allot for it. So, nagugulo yung budget for the month. I see. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Ayan, so far. Thank you for sharing, Winchell, Metis, Miss Eva.
Siguro dun kay Arlene, no, another tip, baka huwag mong sagarin na yung budget mo. Siguro, I mean, if you have this much income, huwag mong sagarin, lower it a bit. para pag umangat, lumagpas ng konti, at least within ka pa rin the budget. Alam mo yun, some tricks. Pero again, it's work in progress. As you move, alam mo na naman, na-realize mo na hindi sumasakto. So maybe there's something that needs to be adjusted doon.
Thank you, JJT. Yan. So, thank you daw for the tools then, sabi ni Julius, and how they can be better financial advisors for the clients by giving them more value. Diba? What is unique to us? Bakit ako makikipag-usap sa inyo? So, maybe one technique, yung money personality, diba? To entice them to meet with us. Tapos, pwede din value for maybe existing clients, di ba? Usin natin yung SALN mo if you want, or yung cash flow management. Meron akong idea that I can share with you. Maybe applicable with you, Mr. Client, Miss Client. Okay. Si Diana, biggest takeaway, tools and tips on how to be consistent. Yun. Consistency is the key. No? Kapag na-build na yung habits, madali nang laro-laruin yung mga tools na yan eh. Pero yung habits talaga yung very important. No? Starting from somewhere. And that somewhere is today. Yan. So, thank you for applying right away. Yan. What else? Yan, nakikita ko yung mga nurturers natin, no? Daming nurturers. So, swerte din yung mga clients nila, yung mga nurturers, no? Manunurture ang clients.
Right, wala na yata. Very good. So yun, hopefully guys, you were able to take something from this, and you can download yung mga forms dun sa link na sinend ni Argel. Sabi ni Barbie, it's time to monitor. Ako kasi basta alam ko may assets ako pero hindi ko siya iniisa-isa and hindi ko ina-update. Thanks for sharing this. Alright. You're welcome, Barbie. And yeah, you can use the tools to monitor. Wala namang masama to monitor it. From time to time, doesn't have to be all the time. Alright, so ano ba? How do we close? DJ, meron ka bang i-add?
Picture taking! So,
yeah.
yun, so, teka lang, stop ko na yung recording.